Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call to order the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners regular meeting, September 10th, 2015 is 7 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jackie, would you call the roll, please?
President Riley?
Here.
Vice President Janner?
Here.
Commissioner Egan?
Present.
Commissioner Ensign?
Here.
Commissioner Heidi?
Here.
Commissioner Todd?
Here.
Commissioner Young?
Here.
The next item on our agenda is awards and recognition. We're going to move that down the agenda for a couple of items. So next we go to matters from the public. Do we have anyone signed up to speak? Okay, then we'll move into updates and reports. Riverwalk Commission, Commissioner Heidi.
Thank you, President Riley. The Riverwalk Commission met on September 9th. The focus this time of year is usually post-last fling discussion relative to attendance, cleanup of Rotary Hill, and the good weather or lack thereof. Fortunately, the weather this year was conducive to a festive atmosphere and a well-attended event, if a bit on the warm side. Our most recent meeting, however, focused on the budget. As we all know, the city is facing some difficult financial issues as a result of a significant budget deficit. All departments and commissions have been directed to cut expenses. The Riverwalk Commission, despite having one of the smaller comparative budgets, affected the largest budget reduction on a year-over-year percentage basis. Credit for this achievement goes to Jan Erickson and Bill Novak, and to a lesser extent, the entire commission for its effective financial stewardship. Because while it's critical to maintain this crown jewel of Naperville, it's essential to do so in a measured, efficacious manner. Chuck Papanos is also to be commended for his constant vigilance and unparalleled institutional knowledge as it relates to the Riverwalk and its care. The Commission also entertained an interesting proposal that was submitted by one of the Park District's own. The addition of a musical component to the water fountain at Friedenhagen Park was discussed and will be explored further, as it was generally agreed that the idea has merit. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Heidi. Next, the Finance Committee update, Commissioner Todd.
Okay. The Finance Committee met August 21st. We reviewed the P-card rebate of $14,000. We also reviewed the alternate revenue plan. We reviewed the agreement for the independent audit services, and that's on the consent agenda tonight for approval. We reviewed the board's 2016 budget. And also on the agenda tonight is the BINA hearing, which the committee also looked over. And our next meeting is September 11th, tomorrow at the Administration Building at 11:30.
Thank you. Commissioner Todd, would you continue on with the Golf Committee?
Sure. The Golf Committee met August 17th. We reviewed the June and July revenue and expense reports. And as the summer improves, so do golf revenues. So we also reviewed the golf capital projects. The driving range renovation for Springbrook was out to bid, and staff is reviewing those packets. The interior upgrades are scheduled for January of 2016. The clubhouse well project over at Naperbrook is completed. From the marketing side, focus groups were being conducted, and we've received some new input from those, and the info's going to be reviewed with the golf staff. We're also looking at conducting a junior focus group. Other items is that golf had a presence at the District 203 new resident event, which was held in August. And there won't be future golf committee meetings planned because golf topics are going to be included in the future Parks and Rec committee meetings. So, thank you.
Thank you. Next is my report. And if you take a look at tonight's agenda, you'll see that most of the action items appear on the consent agenda. There are, in fact, 25 items on tonight's consent agenda. If you look a little closer, you'll notice that while some of the items involve relatively small amounts of money, others are substantial. So what's the consent agenda process? The purpose of a consent agenda is to make a meeting more efficient. In tonight's example, without a consent agenda, we would have to make 25 individual motions to approve, have each motion seconded, ask for discussion on each motion, and then do a roll call vote on each motion. But with the consent agenda, there's just one motion and second, generally no discussion, and one roll call vote. So it's efficient, but is it effective? Does it lead to the best government? It should, if used properly. At the Naperville Park District, items generally find their way to the consent agenda in one of two ways. First are those items that recur on a regular basis but still have to be approved by the Board of Commissioners. Customer refunds for a preceding month are a good example. This happens every month, so the topic is well known to the commissioners, and we're provided detail in our weekly packet for that vote. While the process is routine, board oversight of the process is not subverted. Any commissioner can ask to have any item pulled from the consent agenda for individual consideration, so just getting it on the consent agenda doesn't guarantee approval. The second way items get on the consent agenda is after they have been thoroughly discussed, vetted, revamped, and a consensus reached by the commissioners during committee meetings and regular monthly board meetings. This process can take several months to come to fruition, and actually there are some items up for a vote tonight that we've been discussing since last year. So when you see important items that are summarized in just 2 or 3 lines on consent agenda, don't presume that they are just being rubber stamped without rigor being applied. The non-routine items probably have had a great deal of discussion without the added pressure of a ticking clock current agenda item. Next, we have our Executive Director's monthly update.
Thank you, President O'Reilly. The district recently learned that the city of Naperville approved a $50,000 grant to assist in the funding of 117 solar panels that will be installed on the roof of the forthcoming Fort Hale Activity Center. This addition is expected to generate approximately 41,000 kilowatt hours of renewable energy per year and an annual cost savings of more than $4,000. This is just one of the many sustainable features that will be incorporated into the activity center. We're very appreciative of this grant and pleased that we can not only promote the benefits of renewable energy for our community, but also contribute to our community's environmental sustainability. Next is the Healing Field of Honors returning to Rotary Hill this November around Veterans Day. This amazing and breathtaking display of American flags will be held from November 6th through November 12th. Actually, on November 6th, we'll be installing the 2015 flags on Rotary Hill, and on November 7th, we will have an opening ceremony, and the flags will fly 24/7 through Thursday, November 12th. They'll come down on November 13th. And as I said here, we'll have some special ceremonies planned around the display period. One thing that's unique this year, and I want to give a special thanks to Ray Kinney, who is president and CEO of the Macklin Group and the Blooming Color. Ray is part of our committee and partnered with the Naperville Park District to recreate a Vietnam Wall. We are actually building this ourselves. Ray has already printed up or produced 144 panels. The Park District will then assemble the panels to replicate what you see down in Washington, D.C. The panels will have all 58,000 names, and again, I'm rounding off the numbers. Most importantly, besides that, it will have the 11 names. We'll have the etchings displayed of the 11 individuals that lost their life in the Vietnam War conflict from Naperville. We're doing this to commemorate the 50th anniversary of that conflict. I think it's going to be very powerful. And again, it could not have been done without the cooperation of Ray Kinney and certainly the Naperville Park District, specifically Chuck Papanos, who seems to, name comes up quite a bit at these meetings because he's just a phenomenal guy in the Parks Department. So if you have any further would like any further information on the Healing Fields, please go to www.healingfield.org/Naperville. The onset of fall means that there's glow ball to be enjoyed. Register now for our annual Glow Ball Scramble at Naperville Golf Course on Friday, September 18th. This event is for ages 18 and older and includes golf, glow ball equipment, and a dinner. Register by September 13th for this unique event that will have you seeing the golf course in a whole new light after dark. For more information and to register, please visit golfnaperville.org. Registration for all of our autumn programs is currently underway. This includes our very popular hay rides and Halloween-themed programs. Also included in our autumn guide is registration information for Naperville Indoor Soccer, which takes place during the winter months. Be sure to register soon to secure your preferred session. Register online at napervilleparks.org, and you may also view the current autumn 2015 program guide, which can be viewed on our website. And finally, I would ask anybody that's watching at home tonight that reads this in the paper tomorrow, whatever we're writing here, we live in a very, very technological, fast society, much more than I ever imagined as a kid and certainly as an adult with Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. I know I'm missing probably a half a dozen. LinkedIn. Take some time tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. and stop what you're doing and commemorate what happened 14 years ago. I think we live in a society today, and this is maybe a statement that I shouldn't be making, but I'm the executive director, so I'm going to make it. We tend to forget things. And I know where I was at 14 years ago. And I know the impact that it had on me and my brothers and sisters in law enforcement and the fire departments across this country, specifically New York. And whatever your political persuasion is, it doesn't matter. We're all Americans. I think tomorrow at 8:45 a.m., do your best. Send yourself an Outlook invite at 8:30 so that you got 15 minutes to prepare to stop for a few minutes and do nothing and remember those that perished 14 years ago. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Tonight, I'm pleased to have the opportunity to recognize a group of Naperville athletes who won statewide honors in the 2015 Special Olympics Illinois Summer Games. So with the following athletes and Becky Prince, athletics manager from Western DuPage Special Recreation Association, please join me at this time at the podium. Sophie Boyle, Lucas Budnick, Lily Goodfellow, Michael Powell, Micah Roberts, and Ariana Cianis. These 6 athletes represented Naperville and WDSRA at the Illinois Special Olympics Summer Games that were held in June in Bloomington Normal. In order to qualify for the honor of competing at the Summer Games, each of these athletes had to earn gold during the season and place well in a qualifying event. More than 4,000 athletes from across the state participated in the Summer Games. So congratulations to each of you for the hard work and dedication you showed in qualifying for the Games, and we're extremely proud of how well you did in the Summer Games. To recognize your achievements, I have a personalized certificate for each of you, in addition to some special gifts courtesy of our sponsors. The gift includes a $20 bonus certificate from Dick's Sporting Goods, an Aurelio's Pizza coupon card and mobile screen cleaner, a certificate from Meatheads valid for a free hamburger, and a $10 gift card and nutritious snack bag from Whole Foods Market. So as I announce your name, would you please come forward to receive your certificate and gift? Vice President Jenner will help me with the gifts. First, Sophie Boyle. Congratulations on winning first place in the rhythmic gymnastics in the hoop and ribbon routine. Lucas Budnick. Lucas earned second place in the bocce singles event. Then Lily Goodfellow. Great job in achieving fourth place both in the 100-meter run and in the softball throw. And Michael Powell. Congratulations on earning fourth place in the 100-meter run. You got to say for the group picture. And Micah Roberts. Congratulations on winning first place in the 100-meter run and second place in the 200-meter run. Congratulations. Congratulations to you and all of your families for your accomplishments. And now, if we could ask the families of the athletes to please come forward so we can get a nice group picture. The next item on our agenda is approval of the treasurer's report.
Move to approve the July 2015 Treasurers Report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Aye.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes. Next, we have the consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
Yes. Can we have G as in Guillermo pulled, O as in orangutan, P as in parched, Q as in coinkydink, R as in radish, and S as in snafu?
Move to approve consent agenda items A through F, and items H through N, and items T through Y.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Aye.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young.
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda as accepted.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? This is a voice vote. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. So now we will move back to the items that were pulled from the consent agenda.
Move to accept consent agenda item G, approve change order number one for the architectural and engineering services contract for the Riverwalk Eatery renovation project in the amount of $37,510 to Williams Architects Limited. It's on page 79.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion on the motion. Commissioner Regan?
I remain against the Riverwalk Eatery project as it stands today. I think we're going overboard, so as a result, I can't support this particular thing, so I'll be voting no.
Any other discussion on this item? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Yes. Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Nope.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young.
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda item O, approve the purchase of a 2015 Toro Reelmaster 5410-D mower in the amount of $52,911.69 through the National Intergovernmental Purchasing Alliance, NIPA, contract to Reindeers, Inc.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Commissioner Egan?
So in usual form, I can't support this purchase. I didn't write down the amount. I'm scrambling. I think this is the $52,000 purchase, if memory serves. Last year, we spent $1,500 repairing it. We're spending $52,000 to avoid a $1,600 expense, because last time it broke, we were out 10 days without a lawnmower. I think we can be doing other things with $50,000, including abating that to pay down the bonds and take some pressure off of our heavily taxed residents. So I'll be voting no.
Any further discussion on the motion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Yes. Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Nope.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young.
Yes.
Move to accept consent agenda item P, approve the purchase of a 2015 Jacobson AR3 mower in the amount of $29,608.00 through the National Joint Purchasing Alliance contract to Burris Equipment Incorporated.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Commissioner Egan?
Thank you. Same argument here. To avoid spending $2,000, we're going to spend $30,000. We need to repair our equipment and keep it in good working order, certainly. But again, this is dollars that could be used to relieve our already heavy taxed population. So I'll be voting no.
Any further discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
No.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young.
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda item Q, approve the purchase of a 2015 Toro Groundsmaster 3500-D mower in the amount of $30,290.77 through the National Intergovernmental Purchasing Alliance contract to Reindeers Incorporated.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Commissioner Egan?
Thank you. Same type of argument again on this one, but this time there was no even repair cost on this particular item. The fix may not be a reliable option, so we didn't even attempt it. Again, I'd rather see it fixed than spend $30,000, so I won't be supporting it.
Any further discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Yep. Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
No.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes.
Move to accept consent agenda item R, approve the purchase of a 2015 Toro Workman HDX utility vehicle with Vicon spreader in the amount of $26,455.07 through the National Intergovernmental Purchasing Alliance contract to Reindeers Incorporated.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Commissioner Egan?
Same argument here. We are going to spend $26,000 so we don't have to put in a new starter or a brake cylinder. I'm certainly no mechanic, but again, that's a couple $1,000 top end. We're not using, in my opinion, our resources efficiently, so I won't be supporting it.
Any further discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Janner. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Ensign, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I just have one comment, and that is that these repair amounts are what we had done in the past, not what we project in the future. And as these things do need more and more repair, eventually they will have to be replaced. The question just is when, and the idea is to repair them before the repair costs outweigh what you would pay for the lease or the payments on something like that. So anyway, that's I think the general thought behind that is actually for money savings, not just for money spending. Thank you.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out that the units that we're approving tonight range back from 1999 to 2001. many that don't even have parts available anymore to put on them. As far as replacing a brake cylinder and something else, I'm not sure where you got $1,000 from, Commissioner Egan. It's probably a whole lot more than that based on the age of the unit. That's why, we're looking to replace that.
Any further discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Nope.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes.
Move to accept consent agenda item S, approve ordinance number 877, declaring the property as outlined in the attached Exhibit A as surplus property.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Commissioner Egan.
Seeing that none of the items on the surplus property, their current fix or repair cost is not greater than buying new, I can't see fit declaring these items surplus. So I stick with my arguments on the remaining, or the previous items.
Commissioner Ensign, did you have a comment? No. Your red light was on. I thought perhaps you.
I jumped the gun.
Is there any other discussion? Not. Jackie, please call the roll.
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
No.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes. Next agenda item is new business. Resolution 15-05, calling a BINA hearing.
Move to approve resolution number 15-05, consideration and action on a resolution calling a public hearing concerning the intent to issue not to exceed $10 million general obligation limited tax park bonds for park purposes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. A discussion on this motion? Jackie, would you call the roll, please?
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
No.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes. Next item, future meetings. A regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners will be held September 24th, 2015, 6 o'clock in the South Maintenance Facility on Book Road. October 8th, there will be a regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners in these chambers at 7 p.m. Then October 22nd, regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners at 6 p.m. in the South Maintenance Facility. We have no executive session for this evening.
Move to adjourn the September 10th, 2015 regular meeting.
Second.
Motion and a second. Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Ensign,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Aye.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes. Thank you.